And hello my fellow nerds out there, it's Oracle and Richie, and welcome back to Cemetery Mary. So last episode we found one of the bad endings. At least I think it could be one of the bad endings. I don't know if it's the only one. But yeah, I messed up during the story. Or somewhere along the line. So apparently I've been doing a few things incorrectly, of course. And so I've actually taken it upon myself to like look up the route. I didn't see any endings. I didn't see any spoilers. I'm just looking at the choices that I need to make to get to the ending that I want. Or maybe, and hey, maybe we can find some new dialogue. So we're gonna be starting off once again from the very beginning, and I'll try to fix all the choices that I completely missed. So I'll see you at the choices that I chose incorrectly. Okay, so apparently this is actually the first choice. Like the very first two options that I had, I actually messed up. I actually attempted a conversation where I was supposed to just go to bed. So let's just head to bed. Now, if we're gonna be on Croven's route, then yeah, I probably should mention that we're going to be doing Croven's route for this video. So it might end up being a short video, but I'll probably come upon some choices that I haven't seen yet. So let's just go ahead and go to bed for now. I decided I'd be better off just going to bed at this point. After a few more moments of awkward sitting, I went upstairs and headed to my room. I didn't want to make Croven angrier than I already had. Brush my teeth and change my pajamas. What you consider my bed. Okay, so we've seen this dialogue before. But, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just skip forward. So the second choice that we need to pick was, will you tell me who you are? So, I think I actually chose that in the previous run. So we're gonna go ahead and just pick that. That I cannot do. My identity must remain hidden. Forever? No, not forever. Then why can't you just tell me who this is? Because it's not safe. I mean, if we're gonna take this into consideration, Mary is the only one that you're talking to, dude, so it's not like she's gonna show anybody those texts. Right? Why wouldn't it be safe? You'll have to trust me on that. I don't trust you at all. How did you even get my number? Your parents gave it to me. Why would they do that? Because they care about you. You must be lying to me. My parents wouldn't do something like that. I'm sorry you don't know your parents as well as you think you do. Well, what does that mean? Seriously, you freak me out. I just want my parents back. Please don't drag this out. I just want them back home. You should get some rest. It's late, isn't it? I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't like to text for too long. Until then, goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip ahead. So I'm gonna skip ahead to the next choice that's waiting for us. Alright, so if we're gonna stick on the Croven route, we're gonna have to go to the cafe. So, and yes, that is where Twyla is. If you guys have watched my previous parts, we met Twyla at the cafe. So let's go ahead and head on over there. And we've already seen this dialogue already, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip ahead. Okay, so I found out that the first three times you have this choice, you you just get to meet all the characters. So this is the fourth time you have this choice. So so this is the only time it's actually significant. So the first major choice is this one. So we're gonna be going to the cafe and seeing Twyla. Oh, actually, no, wait. No, Croven's at the cafe, right? Also, I'm thinking wrong. You know, let's just go ahead and click it. There's a tough choice. I have to choose one of them. I like Kroven pretty quickly, dressing the way we do. It wasn't that hard. Okay, we've seen this dialogue before. I'll skip ahead. Okay, so I actually was right in my choice for this part. So, because last time I do quite frankly remember that I chose if she's bad now watch my back. Then so yeah, that was definitely the right choice. I chose correctly for that one since I wanted to try to do just Kroven's route. But I trust your reason for disliking her, even if I don't know what they are. I think it's a little late to back out of the arrangement, but I'll definitely take what you said to heart. I'll be careful. Good. You should be. Come on, let's go through the trash. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead again. Okay, so this part, I actually did choose right in this part as well, which I think I frankly chose who you really are. So yeah, this actually is the correct choice. Is that really what you want? You'll see me soon, but you shouldn't worry about it. It will happen when it happens. This is for the best, even if you can't see that right now. Even if you can't ever. When will this be over? Soon, hopefully. I just need more time. You'll hang on for me, won't you? Do I have a choice? Sweet dreams, Mary. Okay, so this is another choice I actually did choose wrong. I actually chose I'm gonna pick something up while I was out. At least I think that's what I chose. I need to look back in the episode. But we're gonna be saying, not today, I'm not hungry. He responded with a simple okay, and after that, I was out the door. Okay, so it didn't really matter which one we choose, he said the same thing. I just wanted to go to that place. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead, I'll see you on the next choice. Okay, so right here, this next choice, what? I chose my 13th birthday as the choice of preference. But the correct choice was that time we had a Halloween party. We haven't seen this dialogue yet, so let's just see what it says. It was more like a trunk or treat kind of thing. We had a bunch of cars lined up in our parking lot giving out candy. And there were a few games to play. I remember Mom helping me put together a little Grim Reaper costume. Oh, you know what? I want to see that. I want to see if you guys can make some art of Mary in a Grim Reaper costume. That'd be so adorable. It was a rare instance where I actually got along with other kids. And even when I was able to see them, considering I was homeschooled. I remember Kroven being there too. He was dressed like a zombie, though his makeup got completely ruined when he tried to go bobbing for apples. Bobbing for apples. That's so gross. Who even came up with that? I don't think I could even imagine doing it today. But it seemed fun as a kid, I guess, even though I never did so. I probably thought it was gross back then too, but I guess. I remember Kroven got to sleep over afterwards too. And Mom and Dad kept the Halloween decorations up all day to the next day. It's funny. I use some of the decorations in my own room now. But I remember all those booths and tables and windows being absolutely covered in orange and black streamers. But now it's all covered in dust. And no one's here. Where should I go? Okay, last time we picked Mom and Dad's room. This time let's go to my room. I kind of just want to see what happens. I decided to head to my room. My real room. Oh! Oh, this is so pretty! Such a pretty little room. Oh, I see a poster up there. That's really cool. As I stepped inside, I felt strangely happy. I miss my old room and all my stuff. It's so nice to be back, even if I wasn't staying. Just the sense of familiarity made me feel so calm. I wish I was able to take some of the stuff back home with me, but I didn't have anything to carry it in. But when was the last time I was even in this room? I sat in my own bed. It was just so comfy as I remembered it. The bed in the cabin was nice, but it just couldn't compare. I missed having a canopy above me. I've had this bed ever since I was a little girl. I remember Dad tucking me into bed and reading me bedtime stories when I was too fussy to sleep right away. It didn't take long for me to start crying. I missed my bed, I missed my house, I missed my parents. I remember my mom wishing me good night one day, and then disappearing the very next. I hadn't heard from them since. They could be dead right now, and I wouldn't even know. I didn't want to think about that. But could I really ignore the possibility if it meant I just hated the situation I was in? Every little thing about it. I wanted to scream, but what good would that do? I felt helpless. All I could do was sit and cry and wait for it to be over. I ended up falling asleep on my old bed. I was already exhausted from my lack of sleep, and crying certainly didn't help that respect. When I woke up, I was unaware of how much time had passed. I felt groggy. I didn't think I could stay asleep any longer. It probably made me feel worse. What was I noticed? Oh, the person! So like the weird and the mysterious intruder that was in the house here. Okay, so was there a choice here that I forgot? That's right, I unlocked it. Crap. Oh, right, there wasn't a choice here. Okay, I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so we actually have to do two things in this choice. So the first, we have to call the mystery number. Is that you? Surely I have to receive the text then. Why did you call me? I texted back. Was that you? Were you just in my diner? What? What are you talking about? There was someone here. I thought it was you. You're telling me it isn't? I was not there. Nor do I know who it was. Okay, sorry. I really need to call someone else then. Good luck. Okay, and now we have to call Kroven. Okay, so... Yo, Kroven, where are you right now? Are you busy? Can you come meet me? Whoa, hold up. What's all the questions? Everything okay? I'm at the diner. There was someone here. Some intruder. They just ran out, but please, can you please come over here? Cool down, Mary. Reel it back a bit. I'll come, okay? Don't panic. Okay. I'll try not to. Okay, so we've seen this dialogue before. I'll skip to the next choice. Oh, wait. There's different dialogue here. Okay, hold up. I'll rewind a bit. I just skipped something. Okay, so there was something here that I literally just skipped that I should probably show you guys. So we looked around the house together, trying to make sure whoever was here didn't leave anything behind. And it didn't. Except, well, when we checked my parents' room, I noticed one of my mother's necklaces was missing from the drawer. It was a necklace my father had given her for their anniversary a few years back. But she couldn't have taken it away with her. I remember seeing it here, checking the diner after my parents first disappeared. Did they take it? The thought put my stomach in knots. To think they must have been here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh God. Alright, I'm gonna skip ahead to the next choice. I'll see you guys there. Okay, just gonna let you guys know nothing of importance really happens here. The only real choice is that you have to win against Kroven. That's all you gotta know for this part. Okay, so now, this is the other choice that I guess I messed up on. The choice I had to make was, can you tell me who you are now then? We've been over this, haven't we? Yes. But I've never gotten an answer that I liked. I'm sorry about that. But there's nothing I can do in regard to that either. Why do you even message me in the first place? I thought it would help you feel better. But if you truly want me to stop, I can do that. No, don't. Then I won't stop replying to you. But for now, I'll have to. Good night, Mary. Pretty early. Okay, so I'll skip over to the next choice. I'll see you guys then. Okay, so I made the wrong choice twice here. It's nice to meet you and hello. Let's just say I've heard such great things about you, because this is the only one we actually haven't went with yet, so this is probably the right choice. I've heard nice things about you, was all I could mutter out. They appeared more rough than I was expecting. I knew that was the kind of look Kraut and Kroven like to hang around, but maybe it wasn't as ready as I thought. Alright, check him out. Fellas, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellas. My dude here is Theodore. The other gal here is Zapara. Yo. Aw, she's kinda cute, Kroven. In a scary kind of way. Scary Mary references, anyone? So, yeah. Creepy cute, as they say. Alright, and I'll see you guys at the next available significant choice. I'm gonna go to next significant choice. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was actually right in this choice regard here. All you gotta do is just say he doesn't mean it, and then you have to I have to refuse Twyla's offer, which I was correct in. I was right to do this. All right. Anyways, I'll see you at the next choice that I may have gotten wrong. Alright, so the choice here is it because it's bad? Because I think that's the one I said before. The correct choice is to say, is it because you're scared? Don't be silly. Of course I'm scared. Really? I have every reason to be. Maybe even more reasons than you do. If you can believe that. You still haven't answered me though. What is it that you do? I look out for you. Good night, Mary. Again, not as helpful as always. Anyways, I'm gonna skip ahead to the next choice. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so this is actually another choice that I actually got wrong twice. You actually aren't supposed to say no. You're actually supposed to say yes here when it comes to this part. When Kroven asks you, is this about the thing that they said, you have to say yes, because it's honesty, right? Because honesty is the best policy. Yeah, I thought so. But hey, they're not like that. Promise, you just met them in the wrong environment, that's all. It'll be fine. Alright. Kroven actually showing a bit of concern there, that's a little different. Okay, so I'll skip ahead to the next option. Okay, so we actually said the wrong thing here. That doesn't belong here is the wrong option to choose. And what are you doing with that is also the wrong option to choose. So we actually have to choose that there's families here. Sons, daughters, moms, dads, grandparents. They're all here. And you'll be here one day too, right? You'll join them and you'd be so pissed if someone did the same thing to you. This is someone's final resting place. How dare you try to taint it? Disrespect it. Treat it this way. Yo, Mars, maybe you want to chill the fuck out a little bit? Isn't that big of a deal? How can you say that? How can you feel it's like someone came to your home and just started wrecking everything? I bet you didn't even think to learn a single name here. I can't believe you even do something like that. Think something like this is okay. I won't stand for it. Okay, so some of this dialogue is already, bleh, I can't speak today. Some of this dialogue we've already seen, so I'll go ahead and skip ahead to the next choice. Okay, so we were actually, so when I said walk away before, that was actually the right option. So we're gonna walk away, and maybe the choices that we did so far actually affect the way we walk away this time. At least I hope so. Given the recent events, I was going to say I will be heading home instead. But Reginald popped up from the alley once again and said, "What are you waiting for? It's this way." So I didn't really have much of a choice anyways. Oh. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so this is the next major choice that actually affects the route. So we have to say, do you know who I'm with? How do you mean? Like, do you know that the other people connected to me? Okay, we've seen this dialogue before. So we've seen this dialogue before already. I'll cut to the next choice and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so this is the next choice that we have to make. So last time we said I'm sorry. So the only choice that actually affects the route is ... So let's just not say anything. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Right. Robin, I don't want to upset you, but if it's okay, I want to try talking to him. Okay, so this is basically the same no matter what, but I'm gonna skip ahead to the Theodore stories, and I'm just gonna see what different dialogue we can get out of that. So I'll see you guys at the Theodore section. Okay, so I'm here at the story selection. So we saw the orange juice story already. So we got the sleepover hat story or the spiral staircase story. Let's go with the sleepover hat story. Sleepover hat story? It's a bit gross. Are you sure? Yeah, sure. I mean, like, how gross? Nothing that'll make you look at him too differently. Well, that should be fine then, I think. Alright, so, it goes like this. Crow was spending the day with Zap and I. This is before you were around, by the way. Right. Night rolls around, we're deciding what we're gonna do. Cause, like, well, I don't think I'm allowed to tell you this part. As long as it's safe for YouTube, I don't know. But anyways, so, like, it's night. Crow and Zap and I are all back here. Zap says she's gonna call for delivery, and Crow's staying the night because, fuck it, why not? It's kind of chilly that night, and this happened, like, winter time. I offer Crow something to drink, like, he wants, like, coffee or something. Zep hates coffee, though. Sorry, I was silent for a second. I was just thinking. Zep hates coffee, though. We only have hot chocolate. But he's fine with that. I got some ready for him. Zap comes back. We have a fun time, etc. Door gets knocked on. Zap goes to get the food. Cloven turns to me, not looking so hot. I can practically see the green in his face. I'm like, dude, what's up? What's wrong? He starts to talk, then grabs his mouth. It's then I realize I should have checked the date on the milk I used for the hot chocolate earlier. So I'm like, ah, fuck, hold on. Because honestly, it doesn't look like he'll make it to the bathroom. So while I'm looking around, I'm like trash can, bucket, receptacle, whatever. And then suddenly my head's feeling pretty breezy. I turn around and Kroven's got my hat. Yeah. That's gross. Oh, he puked in the guy's hat. Oh my god. I'm hoping he washed it afterwards. Why didn't you stop him? Listen, I know it takes a bit to explain, but this all happened in a matter of seconds. I see. And your hat? Is it this one? Nah. I got a replacement hat. Chucked that one out the window immediately after it happened. And Zipporah doesn't know? Nope. By the way, the time she came in, I was already over and done with. And you just carried on? I mean, yeah. What else would we do? Thank you for telling me the story. Anytime, sunshine. Oh, and, one more thing before you head back. Say hi to Zipporah too. And go easy on her for me, okay? Okay, let's see what dialogue comes up this time. Listen. I know she seems all firecrackers and dynamite, maybe even a little rough around the edges, but she's got a lot going on deep down, and I know she'd appreciate some help with that. I'll appreciate it too. I see. I'll try to talk to her next time I see her. And let her know you said hi too. Oh, please do. I'm excited to see my boys again soon, but I'm hoping it'll be a long wait to save time. Heh, yeah. I hope so too. Alright, let's just see what we tell Crow this time. Before I knew I was out again. Yo, Mars, come on. It's getting late. And it looks like it's gonna rain soon. Kroven? Yeah? You threw up in his hat, didn't you? It's so gross. Ha! Okay, that was actually kind of funny. It was like, wait, you threw up in his hat? That's disgusting, dude. I mean, yeah, that is something that only Thea would know, so... So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and skip around to the next important choice, so I'll be back. Okay, so the next important choice is actually with Twyla, and it's not for her route at all, it is for Kroven's route. But when this fight happens, we actually had to pick I'm not cut out for this. Cause I picked I want to help and I can't be around you anymore, but we haven't picked this one yet, so let's see what this says. Please understand, I'm really sorry, Twyla, I'm not cut out for this. Even just helping you in the library, I couldn't do much. I couldn't possibly drag you or your investigation down. I don't think I would be much help at all. I should have told you earlier, I'm sorry. Do you understand? Oh, I understand. You do? Yeah, I do. I get it perfectly clear. Why bother helping me catch a threat when it could help fill up that precious cemetery you love so much? Whoa, what? Hold on. That's not true. I'd never risk someone else's life for that. Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. Just like you're sure you would help me. I apologize for lashing out, so I'm just running low on patience. You might not know it, but I tolerate a lot of bullshit from a lot of people. The one thing I refuse to tolerate is people who don't keep their promises. So go on then. Run to your little cemetery, Mary. Roll credits. I'll let you go. But I'll make sure you keep that promise eventually. Okay, so I'll skip ahead to the next choice. I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we actually said I wouldn't have stopped you from seeing him. So the choice you have to make here is Thea would have wanted you here. And I don't think we've seen the dialogue here yet, so let's see what she says. Heh, thanks. I hope that's true. It is. I promise. If you say so. Maybe I'll visit him more often, if that's okay. Yes, of course. I'm sure he'd love that. Please, visit as much as you need to. Thanks. It's just, nothing's been the same now that he's gone. I'm not sure. Oh god, I'm tired. I'm not sure it ever will. This feels so unreal. I walk into our place and I'm ready to start, like, I don't know, hitting him with my jacket sleeves or stealing his hat and running away with it. And now when I come home, it's all by myself. But all this stuff still smells like him. Like, I kind of like this little detail. Like, she's still, like, slightly part wolf. Like she's like a slightly part wolf girl, and I like that. It's adorable. She's like a loyal buddy to him, to Theo. I mean, actually, wait, Zipporah is a she, right? I kind of forget sometimes. Okay, yeah, Zipporah is a she, her. Okay, I got that right. I just wanted to be sure that I got the pronouns right. It smells just like before we left the bar. His mug is still in the sink because he said he'd wash it later. Okay, so this dialogue is obviously the same. I haven't... Okay. It will get better with time, I promise you it does. Maybe it won't always be the same, but it will be better. And Zipporah, you're not alone. I know Krobin will want to hear from you. Okay, so yeah, this dialogue is basically the same. So I'll see all of you in the next important choice. Okay, so yeah, I actually was correct in my choice here. So the right choice we have to say here is, how can I help? You don't need to do anything to help. There's something that needs to be helped. I'm fine. You aren't fine. And I'm not fine either. I don't want this cycle to continue, where all we do is be miserable again and again. Mary. So I actually made the wrong choice here. I just want everything to go back to normal is the wrong choice. You have to say, I just want to help you. Because this isn't you. I miss the real Krobin. I miss the Krobin who didn't always drink himself to death. I miss the Krobin who'd never get mad and would always laugh off the things that anyone would normally go ballistic over. I miss the Krobin who wanted me around. You think I don't miss him too? I don't like feeling like this. It sucks. Then how can you just keep going on like that? Saying you're fine when it's not true. And just settling for it. Because it's not like I have any other choice, Mary. You just don't get it. I know you're worried about your own parents. I know that's a shitload of stress on your shoulders too. But at least you have some fucking hope in this situation. What hope do I have? Oh, God. Oh, I did not get enough sleep last night. Ugh. My parents are dead. One of my best friends is dead. And there's no way around either of those facts. I'm never going to see either of them again. And yeah, sure, maybe you can talk to them. But it doesn't mean I can see them or be around them or do any of the same things I used to with them. It's like, why fucking try? Okay, so yeah, some of this dialogue is already the same. I'll go ahead and skip ahead. Okay, so I'm at this choice now, and I know it's not a different scenario this time, but so we actually said you can't stop living before, so we have to say it gets better. Yeah, I know it does. That's what everyone always says, right? But what if I don't want it to? Getting better is like getting over it. And what would that mean, huh? Going about my life acting like they never existed? Isn't that kind of cruel? To not miss them every day? Feels like an asshole move in itself. I don't think I can get I can ever really feel better. Because if I ever did, I would just end up feeling guilty. I don't think you should be thinking like that. Then how else should I be thinking? Listen, I know I'm not always the brightest girl. But there's one thing I know about its loss. Okay, so this dialogue seems to be the same. So I'll see you guys in the next choice. Okay, so I actually was right in my previous video to just see what happens to call the mystery number. We actually do have to call the mystery number again. Stuck. Stuck where? Okay, we see this dialogue before. Oh god, I'm yawning a lot this episode. So now we actually have to call Reginald. Because we have to call the mystery number and then call Reginald. And we've already seen the dialogue for this, so I'll see you guys in the next choice. Okay, so you guys remember, I thought that this choice wasn't really significant, like choosing which kind of show to watch. Like I thought romantic comedy would be a okay option. Nope. If we actually want the Kroven route, we need to go with murder mystery. So let's go ahead and see what that is. Okay, so we've seen this dialogue. Yes. Oh, really? This is what you've chosen to watch? Do you not want to? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just surprised. What with all that's been happening? I feel like you might stray away from that type of content. I don't know. I'm interested. Fair enough. So watched TV for a while. It was pretty nice. Though eventually I started to feel tired. Okay. Okay, so I'll see you guys if anything changes. I'll skip to whatever everything changes, and I'll see you guys there. Wonder what okay, I'm here. Alright, so this is the part where I think the dialogue might change. I don't know how much though. So let's just see what happens. Oh, dude. It's been a while since anything really interesting has happened. The last exciting thing the last exciting thing, I can't read, was when I was caught in the rain and had to duck in the movie theater for that night. Twyla hadn't messaged me about the investigation or anything like that. But I'm sure she wants to make up for all those favors for her soon. So I keep my phone handy just in case she needs me for something. So far it's been nothing. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I haven't been messaged by Reginald in a while either. Sometimes I wonder if I should message him first. But he's probably busy and I don't want to annoy him. Even the mysterious number that had been texting me hadn't been responding much anymore. And by much, I mean at all. Oh, they stopped messaging me. I have no idea what happened to them. It worries me a little. But if there's one good thing that's been happening lately, it's that Kroven has been spending a lot more time with me. Even if he still does his own thing a lot, he's been making time for me to see me too. We go on walks together and we'll catch a movie if he's free. Sometimes the parlor joins us. I still don't know what our relationship is, but I think I feel better about it the more we're all together. I had just been brushing my hair in the morning when something smelled. It smelled like smoke? Kroven? Is that you? Kroven? Concerned, I rushed downstairs to make sure everything was okay. Once I turned around the kitchen, I saw... He was trying to cook! Oh my god. Oh, that's the funniest thing I've seen all day. Yo, Mars. It was supposed to be a surprise. Kroven? You're making breakfast? I'm not usually this bad at it, I swear. But you know that, right? Of course I do. But why? I just thought it'd be nice, you know. Crow. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I helped Crow clean up the situation, so that we could sit and enjoy the morning together. When he asked me, "Hey Mars, I know this is sudden, but am I taking a trip somewhere with me today?" You know something? Despite how long I knew Kroven and his family, I've never been to Helen City myself. We're going to Helen City! Well, no. I've come here to visit their home on holidays, and there was that other event. But other than that, I haven't had any memories of time spent here. I've always heard such good things about it. It makes me wonder how Kroven's family could have moved in the first place. It's so weird. What? I don't know, just like, it feels weird to actually be standing here. Well? Sorry, I can't... Is that everything you thought it'd be? I don't know. We just got here. Let's show you around then. See if it lives up to the hype. Ooh! Kroven and I had a wonderful time exploring Helen City together. We rented bicycles to go around town for a bit. I couldn't remember the last... The lassie? Lassie? Hey Devs? Yeah, Devs. You got a typo here. You might want to fix this. I can't remember the last time I rode a bike. There was so much room to ride and lots of pretty sights to see. Oh, you got a little butterfly stuck on him. Aww. Flowers lined the streets, and there were always more with every step you took. It felt like being on vacation. I felt like I was a tourist. How had I never visited, but when I was never even that far? It's not like I dislike Blackwood. Duck Pond! Yo! Oh, these are all so cute. These are all so adorable. I love this. Blackwood is fine the way it is. In fact, I love Blackwood. But I can see why they like living in Helen City so much. Such a gorgeous place to be. Why would I ever want to leave? Ooh. They have such a nice view of the sunset here. Yeah. Dad always used to walk me around here because of it. He told me he proposed to Mom here. Heh. But I think he was full of shit. Don't tell him I said that though, okay? Of course I won't. Should I do it now? I mean, yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready. Right. See you soon. Oh? I laid my hat back against a tree. I know it isn't normally how I start this process, but I don't know. I don't think I could bring myself to lie on the dirt in front of them this time. It was fine though, I think. Close enough, right? Oh? Oh, where are we? Huh? Am I here? Really here? There's a house in front of me. But it's not one I recognize. Behind the front door. Can it really be? I picked myself off of the ground. I walked over to the door. There's only one thing left to do now. Oh, we only have one choice. That's knock. Who are we going to meet? Who are we meeting? Wait a second. Don't tell me. Are we meeting who I think we're meeting? I knocked on the door. I lifted my hand to knock again. When... Aunt? Wait, that's her aunt? Bro! She looks so young! Bro! Hello? Huh? here. No, it's not what you think. It's nothing bad, I promise. Auntie, you're... Honey, come look! Huh? What? Come look who's at the door. It's Mary. Who? Mary. What? No, not like that. Look, come see. I can't come to the door. I ain't dressed for company. Oh, that doesn't matter. Come on. I watched as my aunt disappeared into the house going to fetch my uncle. Even though I had done this a few times already, seeing that I could really see my aunt and uncle. Mary! Reunion! Oh, I love this so much! It's so cute! We're so happy to see you again. Hey, kiddo. How you doing? My aunt, my uncle. So cute! I missed you guys so much. We missed you too, sweetheart. There's so much I wish I could tell you about. And Kroven. And he'd be so happy if he could see you guys. Oh, we'd love to see him too, but as much as I love that boy, I think I'd prefer not to see him for a while. How are you anyways, Chid? It's a long story. And I don't have a lot of time. But I'm happy to see you guys again. And I know he will be too. Oh, it's so sweet. We visited his aunt and uncle. Or his dad and mom, or whatever, our aunt and uncle. So, how'd it go? Well, I did see them. Really? I mean, yeah, of course you did. You did the same with Theo. What did you talk about? Well, I didn't have a lot of time to speak with them much, but they wanted you to know more than anything that they love you and know you're going to do great. I know it's not much, and it's probably what anyone would be expecting to hear, but I know they really mean it, and aww. Yeah. Those losers would say something like that, huh? Couple of old coots who can't think of anything original. That's just like them. Aww. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know where things are going from here. I don't know if we're going to find my parents, or if I'll ever figure out who that mystery number was, or even what tomorrow will bring. But what I do know is that as long as I'm with Kroven, we'll figure it out somehow. Hey, come on, sit down with me. There's still a lot more I could tell you about, like how your mom still looks like a movie star, and how your dad looks like he hasn't brushed his hair in forever. Oh, look how precious this is. Good end. Not so far after all. Aww. It's so adorable. You know, I love this ending. This is my favorite ending. I love it already. No. That's not quite right. That shouldn't be the conclusion you came to. I mean, not after all the stuff you did. Maybe this end is enough to satisfy you, but it's not really how it's supposed to happen. So that brings us to question. Do you want to see how this is really supposed to end? No, yeah. Oh! Oh, there's a choice! Oh, wow. I literally did not expect this. Do you want to see how this will really end? Let's just go with yes for now. I kind of want to see what happens. I thought so. But in order to see how this really should have finished, we're going to have to go back. Let's rewind a little bit, shall we? Oh? Oh? It's been a few days since then. Corbin seems to be doing a little better than usual. Oh? I think he's really trying extra hard right now. And he's been seeing Zapara again, too. I think that's nice. I think that's good for them. I'm happy to see them having a nice time together again. I had a nice day by myself, actually. Sometimes it's nice to actually return to the cemetery for a normal day after so much chaos. I made sure to put at least one flower on every grave today. Though I haven't talked to any of them. I had considered doing it, but like others tell me, it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep in public places. Especially if there is a killer on the loose. So I wouldn't do that today. That's not what happened, though. I truthfully didn't mean to fall asleep. I didn't. Wait, what? Oh, we're back here now. So is there supposed to be anything different? Okay, so we've seen all this dialogue already. Wait, there's a bus! Wait, what? That didn't happen before. That didn't happen before, did it? I sprint into the bus and try to get the driver to notice me. Even though I was wearing all black, the driver seemed to see me. Thank goodness. I apologized a gazillion times and bored out to the bus having to make them stop. But I was so very, very grateful they did. I have no idea how I would have gotten home had I missed the last bus. Thankfully, the rain didn't last too much longer. Oh, or perhaps we just drove out of it. Either way, it was plenty dry when I got off the bus and onto that old dirt path. It was just a bit dark, that's all. Luckily, my phone still had enough battery to use as a flashlight and help me light my way. Even though I'm sure I could walk on this path in my sleep by now. That'd be funny to see. Oh! We haven't seen this shot of the house before. The house was dark as I approached it. Had I not lived here for weeks, I'd even say it looked scary. Like a haunted or abandoned cabin in the middle of the woods. It was dark, so either Corbin wasn't home or already asleep. I tried to be quiet as I entered the front door, just in case he really was sleeping. As soon as I entered, I felt a wave of tiredness crash over me. I need to sit down. Oh? Am I really so tired? And after I just slept so long? What's got me feeling like this? Maybe I should go to bed. But I have to get out of this chair first. I just need to muster the energy first. Am I still sleeping? It feels like I'm being pulled. Wait, I'm... Corbin, you scared me. Sorry about that. Could you go back to sleep for me? Huh? Why? It'll just, be easier for me if you are. Corbin? What are you talking about? Corbin sighed and stood up properly. Follow me. Please. Corbin walked towards the front door. I could see a faint light outside. I followed him. When I exited the front door, I could see Corbin out in the clearing near the house. There was a large vehicle there that was clearly still running. Corbin? What's this? Mary, I need you to get in the car. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, we have a choice here. Why? Where are we going? Oh, this is different. This is really different. Ooh. So this is beyond the good end. Okay, I need to save first. Let's ask him, where are we going? Because I don't think asking him why would help. Let's just go with, where are we going? It doesn't really matter. It's not that important. It's not the important part. We just need to leave, okay? Leave where? Just leave here. I don't understand. What is this? Did something bad happen? Listen, I'll try to explain it all later. But for now, I just need you to trust me. And come with me. That's a lot to ask right now. I trust you. Oh, I don't know. Let's just see what happens if we say I trust you. Thank you. I'll explain it eventually. Crowman walked me over to the back door of the truck and we opened it for me. He helped me inside, but frantically as if to rush me. As I began to buckle in, I noticed that Crowman and I weren't the only ones in this vehicle. There was a man sitting in the driver's seat. It was so dark I couldn't see his face, but Crowman seemed familiar enough with him and climbed in the passenger seat. We began to drive. Oh? So, the guy in the driver's seat, that hair thing looks a little familiar. I wanted to ask Crowman what was happening, but none in front of the stranger. Who is this? Do I even try to ask? Well, it certainly took you long enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should fucking hope so. We wouldn't be having to do this bullcrap if you weren't such an idiot. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better next time. Next time? What, you want there to be a next time to all this? I'm sorry. That was a poor choice of words. Whatever. I don't want to get mad for Mary. It's just, it is alright. As long as we continue like this, things should be just fine. What are things exactly? I hope you're right about that. Because if I have to worry over this a second longer, it's gonna be your head. I am aware. But have I failed you before? Where are we going, if I can ask? Yeah, I'd say you have. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration. We've gotten this far, haven't we? Isn't far enough. You think my dad would settle for this shit? In all fairness, your father was a lot more patient. Yeah, well, I'm not. Ugh, this is giving me a headache. Likewise. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe when we get there, I can like sit down with some coffee or something. That sounds like a good idea. I just hope that it actually calms you and it doesn't make you more jittery. Yeah, shut it. Ugh, we're never gonna make it there this rate, though. How do you mean? You kidding me? You drive like a fucking snail. You wanna go any faster, maybe? It's safer to drive like this. It's dark and we've hardly traveled this path before. Come on, it's a straight fucking line. What are you worried about crashing into all these other cars around us right now? I gave my reasoning. We will get there regardless. Yeah, but it'll already be sunrise when we do. Fucking, give me that. Crowman suddenly grasped the steering wheel, much to the shock and worry of both me and the driver. What the hell are you doing? Let me fucking drive. Stop the car and let me drive if you're not going to listen. Let go of the wheel. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, we're woozy. This was gonna happen. I knew it. We shouldn't done it this way. What do you expect me to do then, huh? I'm after them. With what? I don't care. Where they're headed, right? Not letting get away. What, Mary? She was breathing. I think broken, right? So you can take care of her. Ain't you used to that job by now? Wait! Don't tell me the stranger's the mystery number. I swear to God they're the mystery number. Who are they? I want to know who they are. I'm not sticking around. Then, god damn it. Mary, can you hear me? Come on, let's get you home safe. I'm in pain, but not a lot. Just very numb. Like being hit with a wave on the beach. Slowly, I could feel my senses coming back to me. I'm pressed against something. I'm being held. By who? Open your eyes. Oh my god, are we actually gonna see the mystery guy this time? Please tell me we're actually gonna see the mystery guy. I swear to god, if we don't see him, I am going to be so pissed. Yo, who's this man? Oh, hey, you're awake. Ah! Huh? Who are you? Whoa, easy now. The man let me stand on my own 2 feet and I quickly backed away from him. Who? Where? Mary, calm down. It's me, you remember? From the car up at Croven. I was driving. Ah, I recognize your voice. That makes me feel a lot better. But, may I ask what happened to Croven? Well, it's gonna be a long story. Walk with me. Oh, a little walking animation. So, first, how much do you remember? Oh, we were driving somewhere. You guys were talking weird. Croven was fighting with you. Croven was mad at you. Oh, Croven was fighting with you. I think that was the right choice. I don't know if I'd really describe it as fighting. I don't think I was really retaliating all that much. Then Croven got really mad and wanted to drive the car himself, and we hit something or swerved. It's a bit foggy. You're walking fine. You're not in any pain, are you? I think I'm okay. I just feel a little numb. You were in the back of the car, which wasn't really damaged. I think you may have hit your head though. I guess that's why I blacked out. Who is this suave looking man though? Even though it wasn't too much damage, the car is no longer in any shape to drive us anywhere. Now, you can't exactly turn back now. So our only choice is to keep walking until we can get to the next town. I wasn't sure when you were going to wake up. But you were out for a while. So I admit I was getting a bit worried. But I did wake up for a little bit. When Croven and you were yelling at each other, I heard Croven say some things. Letting someone get away? Is he okay? What happened to him? Well, I suppose there's no use hiding it now. I mean, how much do you know about it? Know about what? I don't know anything about any of this. Croven just woke me up and told me we had to go. I see. I guess I'll be the one explaining it then. As best as I can anyways. If you don't know anything about it, I guess I just start from the beginning. Or at least my understanding of it. So you know Helen City, right? Yes. It's where my aunt and uncle lived for the most of their lives. And where my parents lived before they had me. That's right. Well, how do I say this? Picture this with me, if you will. Mob, gang, criminal organization, use whichever words you please. There were 2 of them, centered in Helen City. The first we'll refer to as the Congress, and the second we'll refer to as the Parliament. Okay. Helen City housed these 2 organizations, but it hardly had room for both. The 2 groups were always at war with one another, fighting over territory, money, whatever they could. Even if it's just to make it so that the other group could not have it. I tell you this because your uncle, he was the head of the Congress. What? Bro, our uncle was in the mafia? Dude!
You're joking. You can't be serious. Uncle Cross was such a sweet man. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Haven't you ever questioned why he wore that eye patch?
It was from his time in the army. He was in a war.
Oh, it was from a gang war. Wait. I just had an epiphany. I just thought of something. What if Twyla is a part of one of these gangs? Oh, that would be such a plot twist. Like Twyla is a part of one of these gangs, right? Because she had a knife against me, and she threatened that if Kroven tried to shoot, Mary would lose an eye. And this man here is missing an eye, right? And Cross was missing an eye. Oh, it makes so much sense now. Imagine if Twyla is a part of one of these gangs. Oh my god, that'd be so horrifying. Like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted her.
Oh, I see. Please do continue.
Eventually, the Congress had overpowered the Parliament. And the Parliament was pushed to Blackwood. Congress now had full control of Hallen City, and weren't worried about the Parliament interfering with their plans anymore. I wish I could say that's where the story ended, but if it wasn't, we wouldn't be here right now. Your mother, Mary.
My mom? What about her?
Your mother was a good friend of Cross. Long-time friends. I believe they known each other from back when your mother was still a child.
Yes, I knew that. That's why I started calling him my uncle to begin with. Because he was such good friends with Mom.
Did Mom know? Was Mom involved? Oh, so... I mean... Was Mom involved?
Please tell me.
Yes, she knew. Your father knew too. But they were never involved in any of it. Until recently.
Huh?
Let me finish explaining. After the Congress had complete control over Hallen City, your uncle and aunt and parents lived there peacefully. More or less. For a while. Property for sale. But your mother had wanted to open her own restaurant. Diner eating establishment. The perfect location she was looking for was in Blackwood. Your uncle and aunt begged for her not to make the move. They were scared of the Parliament potentially targeting her, even if she was never involved in their business. But if she wanted that restaurant, it was her only option. Not to mention, she was expecting a child. Mary! And well, believe it or not, back in the day, Blackwood used to be a lot cleaner than Hallen City was. Even with the Parliament there. Tables certainly turn, don't they? So despite their warnings, your parents moved to Blackwood to start their restaurant. And, well, their family. Little Mary! Aww. Your aunt and uncle were still worried, but you guys actually seem to stay pretty safe. And we didn't really have any reason to worry. They even felt comfortable visiting you guys from time to time. They'd even joke about how the Parliament may not even exist anymore. But they'd show us that they were still alive and kicking soon enough. A few years ago is when things really began to spark again. We received reports of gang activity beginning to pick up in Blackwood. But that alone may not have concerned us much, but when we started getting reports of enemy gang members parading themselves around Hallen City, calling themselves the Parliament, that really made our sirens go off. Then, out of almost nowhere, your aunt and uncle's home was broken into. They were unsure if it was related, but, well,
It's not like they were going to take their chances. They surely ended up moving into a safe house of theirs, you could call it. Even though it was closer to Blackwood than it was at Helen City, it seemed like the safest bet. Wait, the cabin! The cabin in the woods! The one you picked me up from. That's right. I had always wondered why they moved there. They always had such a nice house in Helen City. I never understood why they moved to such a cramped little space in the woods. They lived there quietly for a few years.
But, well, until, that. Yeah. I was happy Croven was so much closer than before, but I didn't know this was why. Things only started to go wrong quite recently. Your aunt and uncle, they came into contact with the head of parliament. Dude, look at them! This head figure had promised to meet them and to discuss a sort of treaty or truce. Let me guess, it was a trap? Some deal or arrangement. Told them that they meet somewhere public, so there was no worry of anything insidious. And after a while, they finally agreed to meet them. But, well, that went south. And that more or less covers most of it. I see. Are you alright? It's just a lot to take in. I can imagine. If there's anything you need elaborated, I will try to explain it to the best of my ability. Thank you. Well, I guess I do have one question. Yes? Who are you? Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize I never introduced myself. I'm Ovidius. I was like the first lieutenant, you could say. The right-hand man to your uncle. Bro, okay, this is actually kind of cool. Or, well, the right-hand man to Croven now. Croven's involved with all this too? Unfortunately, yes. He's always known. We just didn't expect him to inherit the Congress like this. At least not yet. And Croven, he ran off. Yes. He believed we were being followed by the Parliament. Claimed a car that quickly drove past us, and as after the crash must have belonged to them. And he ran after it. I don't know what he thinks that will help, but I couldn't go after him. My priority is watching over you. Wait, I'm willing to bet that this guy's the mysterious number. Have you been in contact with him at all? No. As I said, my priority was taking care of you. Maybe I should try messaging him. After everything you just told me, I don't feel comfortable knowing he's on his own out there. Oh! You should give me your number too, then. In case we wind up separated somehow. Unnecessary. Huh? You already have it. I already have it? Wait a minute. Then that means... hey! You were the strange number that I've been texting! You're the one I message nearly every night! Yes, that's correct. Why didn't you tell me that from the beginning? More so, why were you so creepier over the phone? You scared the living daylights out of me. I apologize. I didn't mean to. Truly, I tried my best as I could not to come off as malicious. But I see that it didn't work. I am just not good when it comes to selling your communication. Perhaps I should explain a bit more. Yes, please do. We all would like to know. Everyone watching right now would like to know. Of why I'm even here. You see, back when the gang activity first began to pick up again in Blackwood, your uncle assigned me to the task of looking after you. I was to make sure that you were kept safe from all this. Of course, I accepted this task. I made sure you were never involved in any of this.
Until now, that is. Wait. Were you stalking me? Okay, I think the better question just be why? Why? Because you and your family were important to Cross. So he wanted to protect you. But what about you? Me? Why did you accept? You don't even know me. I know enough to know that you're someone worth protecting. And I'm glad I was able to meet you finally. Even if these are not the best circumstances. Wait. If you're with Kroben, and you're also the mystery number, that means you know where my parents are. And that they're okay. That's right. If you knew where my parents were, why didn't you just tell us? Let me continue explaining. You see, keeping you safe within the city wasn't my only mission. I was also tasked to bring you out of the city should things go awry. And well, that happened. I was instructed that if something like that should happen, I was to take you and your family out of Blackwood and bring you somewhere safer. However, what nobody told me was you were staying with Kroben. I came to pick you up, but your parents, but you were not there. I never got the news that there was a rumor of a murderer in Blackwood, so I had no reason to believe you might be staying somewhere else. Your parents only told me once I had arrived there, but by that point, I was already in a very dangerous position. The Parliament was clearly on high guard. If I moved around too much, I risked jeopardizing everything. There wasn't good enough time, and too much that risk involved going to get you, so I left with your parents. I couldn't come back until we could be absolutely sure it was safe to take you away too. But if Kroben really did see the Parliament car pass us by, then perhaps it still wasn't safe enough. Then where are they now? Why didn't I ever hear from them? We did what the Parliament potentially catching on to us. And we're afraid they may be able to track your parents' phones. So I confiscated them. My phone has been modified to be untraceable, and was why I was able to keep contact with you. But the same couldn't be done for your parents. I apologize for that. But believe me when I say that it was very hard for them not to contact you. It was the only way to ensure that you were kept safe as you could be kept. I see. Are you alright? I don't know. Again, it's a lot to take in. I understand. It must be tiring to even hear about. But I hope that you find happiness knowing you'll see your parents again soon. Really? Yes. It's why I came to collect you after all. It's why we're heading out of this way. But perhaps we would be a lot closer to them had the car not crashed. Right. Even if Kroben does appear a bit frantic right now, I request that you not be mad at him. He wasn't even supposed to be with us, truthfully. But he wanted to come to see for himself that you got there safely. And I'm sure he still wants to see that too. Even if he's not right beside us right now. Really? Really. There's a lot to take in. Most of the walk was silent and awkward. Oh, God. Ugh. How was I supposed to talk in this situation? Processing it was a huge thing to take on already. I had already tried messaging Kroben, but we didn't hear anything back. I really didn't expect to, but it was worth a shot. I did wonder where he ended up, though. I haven't seen a trace of him in the forest trails since all the time we've been walking. All the time.
we've been walking.
Are you alright?
Huh?
You're slowing down.
Oh, sorry. I'm just very tired. How long have we been walking for?
I can't say for certain. I didn't check time when we started walking. Would you like me to carry you again?
No, that's okay. You really don't have to. I just hope we can get there soon. It's still plenty dark out.
Indeed, it is. But I would not be surprised if the sun starts to rise soon.
Really?
I was hoping we'd be there by daybreak. Maybe if we still had the car. Wait. He stopped me. Do you hear that?
I did.
Oh! We turned behind us. There was a car slowly driving in our direction. It was still a bit away from us, but would catch up to us soon. I'm going to wave them down. See if they can give us a ride. Stay behind me. I took a step back, and I noticed Ovidius reaching inside of his jacket. He was carrying a weapon on him. I silently prayed to myself he wouldn't have to use it. The car slowly rolled down to a halt beside us, and the window rolled down. I felt a bit more relaxed when I saw who was behind the wheel. It was an elderly fellow with plenty of wrinkles. He looked so old, in fact, I didn't know if he should be driving. On his head, he wore a mesh cap. It had a picture of Trout on it. And from the little I could see out of his outfit, it looked like he was wearing some kind of old overalls. Even though I felt more at ease, Ovidius did not shift from his tense and serious state at all. He bowed over to the side of the vehicle and talked to the driver through the window. I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but after a few moments I heard the old man laugh. Ovidius turned to me and told me it was alright to get in the car. So I climbed in the back seat and buckled myself in.
And then we were off. Thank you again, sir.
Ain't no problem. Was heading that way anyways. Frankly, I'm just surprised you guys are walking. I ain't ever seen nobody on this old path.
Perhaps it ain't as well kept as a secret as I thought. Well, we didn't really have much choice. Our car kind of crashed.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
So it was you bozos that had that car wreck back there.
Was wondering where the passengers went. Yes, that's correct. We swerved trying to avoid a deer.
That's why you gotta keep your eyes and ears peeled in these woods.
Though I suppose it's a bit late to tell you that.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I came back, made myself some lunch while I was recording. Sorry about that, guys.
Anyways, what business do y'all have in Greenbark?
Greenbark? Somebody just shot me a look. Oh, right. We're, going for a competition, visiting family, a wedding. Visiting family might be a little too close to the truth. We're going for a competition. Yeah, totally.
A competition?
What competition is it? To see who can wear the most black?
I'm just messing with you. But it was almost hard to see you folks how dark you were dressed. You're lucky I was able to spot you.
So anyways, what did you say this competition was for again? It's an art competition. She's competing.
Oh, we got an artiste on board. You know, my niece does art stuff too.
Got her some oil paints for her birthday. Her smile was brighter than the sun on a summer day. Where's your piece, though? I didn't see a hole in anything. You didn't leave it behind, did you? Oh, no. It's already in the location. We just have to get there. Ooh, I see. Good luck to you, then. Yes, thank you. But enough about us. What are you passing through Greenmark for? Was hoping you'd ask. See, me and my fishing buddies do this trip every other weekend. Even though I don't live too close, but this shortcut helps me to make it easy every time. I'm usually the last to arrive, but not by much. We rent out a boat and... The nice man continued to tell us about his fishing trips all the way to Greenbark. It sounded like he was really excited to be able to talk about it. I liked hearing about all the fun times he shares with his friends. The sun began to rise right as we began pulling out of the forest. And once we were in Greenbark, Ovidius told the man to let us off at the corner of the sidewalk. I never did learn his name, but I made sure to thank him again for the lift. Lucky break for us. But let's not push it. Come on, let's go. Ovidius, can we get breakfast first? No, we need to keep going. I'm sorry. I'm really not feeling well. Are you alright? Yeah, it's all just... It's a lot, you know? And I think it's all catching up to me. All the walking we've been doing, we really shouldn't stop moving. You're right. I understand. Come on. Huh? We'll get you something to eat. We'll just have to be quick. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Let's go. Ovidius tried to look for somewhere that may be open. The closest we could find was one of those chain diners that prides itself on pancakes and other breakfast foods. What, like IHOP? They seemed to be the only place open anyhow. Luckily, they weren't packed at all, so we were seated right away. I was happy about that. And please be quick. This girl's practically dying over here. Ovidius shrugged his coat off and then tossed it into the open seat behind him. We were taking a seat across from me. You didn't have to do that. Rush the waitstaff. It's not that dire. You're feeling unwell. I'm sure they can see that. You also shouldn't toss your coat like that. It's expensive, isn't it? It'll wrinkle easily like that. Well, if it'll wrinkle so easily, maybe it shouldn't cost so much. You think that? Yeah, I do. Why is expensive stuff the type that ruins so easily? Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I've always wondered why expensive stuff has to ruin so easily. You should get what you pay for. Wouldn't you agree with that? Yeah, I guess. You alright? Can I ask you about, can you tell me about the game fire department? Huh? Ovidius quickly scanned the dining room and everyone in it. I work for the fire department. You're curious about that, right? Oh, yeah. Can you tell me about, the fire department? To an extent. Oh, we're talking in code. I get it now. What do you want to know? Are you good at being a fireman? How long have you been a fireman? I don't think I could say for certain. It's almost hard to explain the time where I wasn't in this line of work. Is that sad? If I had to guess, I guess they would probably say at least around 10 years. Really? That's a long time. Yeah. It is a long time. You know, when I think back to when I first received that text message from such a mysterious number, of all the potential candidates it could have been, I never would have imagined it would have led to something like this happening. Are you upset? No, no. I mean, I'm glad it was actually an ally. After all, I mean, how could I be upset with someone who's done so much for me? Someone who even risked their life for me and yet doesn't know me at all. I wouldn't say I don't know you. I mean, not anymore. We messaged one another almost every night, didn't we? Even though it might not have been much. I feel like I learned a lot about you. Besides, even though you didn't know me in return, you're always coming back to me. Or looking to me when you were in trouble. I know that you're a brave girl, even if you don't think so. And bright enough to ask for help when you need it. That's something that can't be said about a lot of people. Maybe if I had been more like you, I wouldn't be in this position I am now. Oh, but no, don't take that the wrong way. I'm here anyways. And if I gotta be here anyways, then I'm glad it's with someone like you. Thank you. If I may, can I ask one more thing? Of course. It's about my uncle. It's about my uncle and the fire department. I mean, we already know quite a bit about Cross right now. Let's just go with the fire department. Yeah, that's totally what I'm talking about. Yes, go ahead. My uncle and the fire department. Oh, you knew my uncle. You said you worked right beside him, right? Yes, I did. My uncle. Was he a good person? He was silent for a moment. Listen, Mary. Your uncle, I owe my life to your uncle. And I'm sure many others do too. But just because I'm loyal to him, doesn't mean that he was exactly a good person either. Your uncle did a lot for me and for the rest of the fire department. But there is no such thing as a good firefighter. I mean, in a way, I guess he's right. I mean, if you really think about it in a way, like, everyone is a bad person. It just depends on the perspective. I know that sounds like a very narcissistic way or a cynical way of looking at things, but I mean, come on, we've all done some bad things in our lives, right? We've all at least had like one accident or one thing that we've done that we come to regret later. So there really isn't a truly good person out there, but there isn't really but true evil doesn't exist either. So I don't know. The only thing that just exists for me is just people. You know, people are people, animals are animals, plants are plants. Everything is just everything. We're all what we want to be, and that's all we could ever ask. I just didn't realize how that sounded out loud. Thank you, Avidius, for everything you've been doing for us. I don't know if Kroven never tells you, but really, thank you so much. Of course. There's no one else I'd rather do it for. I felt much better after I was fed. Physically better, but I think the emotional toll was a bit easier to digest. Come on, let's head out. Once we get past this point, we should be in the clear. Since we no longer had our own vehicle, Avidius and I had to find a bus stop. We had to take the bus after bus until we could make a path to wherever it was we were supposed to be going. It's okay though. I was used to riding on a bus. Oh, it's one of these buses with the sideways seats. I've actually been on a city bus a few times. It's not the best, but it is pretty nice to experience every now and then. Like, I took the city bus every time I wanted to go to college. You look tired. Nah. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Are you sure? Yes. Are you really sure? Yes. We'll be on this bus for a while. You can take a nap if you like. It doesn't seem safe. What if we run into trouble? Then I'll wake you up. Promise? Promise. Oh, that's cool. I checked my messages with Kroven. Still nothing. I can only hope that the reason he wasn't answering was because he was being extra careful. Not because something else was going down. Oh! We got to get off the bus now. I don't think it'll be much longer. Is this it? Yes, this is it. He had brought me to a white paneled house in the middle of a cutesy suburban neighborhood. In a city much farther from Blackwood than I would have liked to think. Are we supposed to stay here forever? No, not forever. Just for a while. Until we can get things under control. Aren't you happy? Your parents are safe and you'll get to be with them again. I know. But I liked Blackwood. And Kroven. Don't worry about Kroven. Don't worry about Blackwood. Both of those, they're my job. And I've been bad at my job before. And I've never been bad at my job before. I'm going to take care of it. I'm sure you'll be back in Blackwood before you know it. I approached the front door of the house. My parents, who had been missing for so long, they're really right behind this door? Ovidius stood back on the sidewalk. I don't know if it was because he didn't want to feel like he was pushing himself into the picture. Or because he wanted to be able to leave us as soon as he saw it was safe. Everything that's happened. Does it really end here? Knock on the door. There's only one thing we can do. There's only one thing left to do. I lifted my hand on the door and knocked. Once, twice, 3 times. The knob slowly turned. But when it was opened... Oh, God! Well, hello, miss! What brings you knocking on our door, What's your way? Oh, don't be silly. You were looking for Mommy and Daddy, isn't that right? Sorry they stepped out for a moment. But we'd be more than happy to babysit with you till they get back. Mary! Oh, shit. Well, we were followed, I guess. Oof. I was grabbed by the strangers and then they began to cover my mouth with a cloth. It smelled of something I didn't quite recognize, but I already knew what was happening. Oh, God. Chloroform. Or chloroform. I actually don't know what it's called. It's like some sort of chloride mix. I tried calling out to Ovidius, but my mouth was covered. You don't mind if we take her out for a little play date, right? Let her go. Yeah, I don't think so. I wouldn't even try reaching for that gun of yours. Unless you're in the mood for a Bloody Mary. Mary, listen to me. It's going to be okay. My vision was beginning to fade. I'm not going to let them hurt you. I promise you that I'm good at what I do. Huh? The movies? No, that's not quite right. This is the movie theater. But it doesn't look like anyone I've ever seen before. The screen is massive, but nothing is playing. Not even any audio. The seats seem to stretch out for miles. I can't tell where they end, or even which rows are closest to the screen. And on top of that, there's no one here. Wait! That's not true. Someone is here. It's... Kroven! Kroven! What's he doing here? Call out. I call out to Kroven, but it's as if he can't hear me at all. He's crying. He's crying at the movie. But it isn't playing anything. Can he see something I can't? Call out. Try calling him out to him again. I still couldn't see if he can hear me. I don't see how. There's no sound from the screen. He's not far from me. Kroven, what's going on? Reach out. I reached out to Kroven. Except, wait, did I? I can feel my arm reaching out towards him. But I can't see it at all. Reach out. I tried reaching out towards him again. What's happening? Why can't I interact with him? Reach out. Kroven, please. I'm trying to help you. Please look at me. Kroven! Kroven! What's happening? Kroven! Oh, God. It was a nightmare. Oh, that was just a nightmare. Huh? What? Just a dream. Wait, where is this? I was kidnapped. But this place, is a jail cell? A real jail cell? I looked around the place. It seems to have been abandoned for quite some time. But they brought me here. Avidius. I had to go get him. I checked my pockets. Of course they took my phone. Why wouldn't they? Okay, stay calm. We can find a way out of here. Ooh, okay. Oh, check the vent. Imposter much? Okay, anyways. I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I've been recording for about an hour and 41 minutes. This has been a long enough episode as is, and a lot has happened. But I'm going to leave it here for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.